Hey Virgo, I'm Lynnie with Sunflower Spirit Tarot, and I am here with a love reading for you. This is just going to be a general message. So, whatever I see is what I'm going to read. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button to become an official sunflower. To all of my returning sunflowers, welcome back. I'm so excited to have you here, and I'm honored for another opportunity to read for you. I hope that this message resonates with you, and I hope that it gives you the comfort, the confirmation, or the clarity, whatever it is that you are seeking at this time. We open today's reading with the Knight of Wands and the Two of Cups. This is somebody that you feel very excited about and very passionate about, not just because of the way that they look or the way that they carry themselves, because they seem to be somebody who is so full of life and full of energy. They do whatever they want when they want to do it. They live the kind of life that they want to live. They're probably very artistic or very creative. This person is outspoken, but only opinionated when they absolutely have to be. This person could have fire in their chart, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. They don't have to. It's just how they're showing up in the reading. They are showing up as somebody who is almost like a wild stallion or something, somebody who just goes out into the world and bends everybody to their will, and not even like going out there to intentionally do that. That's just kind of how infectious their energy is. When they walk into a room, when they go to a party, when they're at an event, people seem to gravitate towards them. People want to talk to them. People want to be around them. This person gets the party started. They might be very social and have lots of different friends, or even lots of different friend groups, right? Because they're the kind of person who can pretty much get on with anybody. This person is so attractive and so magnetic, and they have this lust for life and this very vibrant energy that you find very, very attractive. And with you being a Virgo or having Virgo placements, I see you being more grounded, more practical, right? More organized, more disciplined. And I feel like this person's energy reminds you that life is for living, okay? Life is meant for taking risks and taking chances and living it up and partying on a Wednesday night every so often and howling at the moon. You know what I'm saying? This person reminds you that you only live once, that you only have one chance, one opportunity to create the life that you desire. They remind you of that inner spark, that inner fire that you have. That's why you're so attracted to them. And that's why other people are so attracted to them, because they're the kind of person who mirrors that spark, who mirrors that fire, that mirrors that flame that lives inside of each and every one of us. So I see why you like them, Virgo. I see why you're attracted to them, and I see why you would want to be in relationship with them. But to me, the energy shows that maybe you are not as fully and totally interested in the idea of really committing yourself to this person in a way that involves any kind of a label or any kind of an upgrade, okay? I see you being in a place with this person that seems or feels very casual, even if you guys are in an exclusive or monogamous relationship, but it's just not your focus. This is what's interesting to me about this reading, is that the way you see this person and the way that their energy is coming through, it's almost as if like you see this person as just the fun person, the energy person, the creative person, but not necessarily the stable person, the person you can rely on, the person you can depend on. And I think that that is kind of the missing link in this connection or this relationship or this dynamic for you. I think that this person might even want to be in relationship with you. They might be wanting to upgrade the level of commitment that either you're offering them or they're offering you. There's some desire here to be more solid and create more security within the relationship, but only from a perspective that doesn't require too much from you or too much more of an investment from you. This person might see you as somebody who is very secure and stable, specifically financially, okay? How I see your energy coming through is this King of Pentacles. This is masculine, mature, earth sign energy. You do not have to be in a masculine body. This is just the energy, right? We're talking about Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy here. This is the energy of somebody who's going to make things happen. This is an energy of a doer, boots on the ground. It doesn't matter how long it takes. I'm going to continue to invest my time, effort, and energy into making this thing happen, into building this legacy, into having the life that I want to create. It's not that you don't want a partner. It's just that you don't see this person being the kind of partner that you've always kind of fantasized about. Maybe they are a little too reckless. Maybe they are a little too irresponsible, but maybe there are ways in which you and this person's relationship or connection can help balance each other out. It's not about changing the other person into like what you would want them to be or what you think the ideal partner is. It's about accepting this person for who they are and assigning them a place in your life based on that. And I feel like that's exactly what you've done. I almost feel though there's a little bit of coldness when it comes to kind of you compartmentalizing this person. Have you really given them an opportunity to show up for you? Have you really given them an opportunity to show you that they can be emotionally supportive or that they can meet your needs for security and stability in ways that don't involve money? Right? You want to feel safe and secure in your relationship emotionally as well as mentally. Do you trust this person? Is this somebody who you would introduce to your family? These are all questions that I'm asking based on what I'm seeing because I feel like I don't know if you've really seen everything that this person has to offer. I think when you guys come together, it's typically in an environment that is all about having a good time. You might always get together and drink or smoke. There might always be something else or some other element involved in your relationship that enhances the joy or the pleasure or the fun or something like that. I think personally, based on what I'm seeing, that you kind of view this person as a toy just a little bit. And I don't think that that means that you're dehumanizing them or objectifying them in a typical or traditional sense. I think it's more as like you don't want to put any unnecessary pressure on them or add any more responsibility to what they already have going on. You don't want to be like burdensome to this person because you also don't want to be, you don't want them to become a burden on you. You don't want them to be yet another person or another thing or another relationship that you are now responsible for. I just feel like you don't necessarily feel as if this person can pull their weight in a romantic partnership or in a romantic relationship. Let's say you two were considering like living together, right? Taking that next step. I think the only person who would have hesitations about that is you. I would say, Virgo, you probably live really well. Your home is probably very clean, neat, and organized. Even if you have children, you're probably somebody who knows how to cook and clean and do all of these things and very domesticated, right? And this person may not live that way. They may not be that way. They may even remind you of a time or a period in your life where you were more free. And that's really what sustains your connection is that desire to continue tapping into that energy of being wild and free and autonomous and having all of this energy and having all of this creativity and wanting to do all of these fun things, wanting to go to these places, just wanting to escape and wanting to step outside of the mundane reality of life. I mean, you probably have a 9 to 5. You probably are somebody who wakes up early, goes to sleep early. You probably live a very routine, scheduled, regimented kind of life. And this person is like the burst of color and you're black and white. And I think that there is something that is incredibly harmonious about this dynamic that you have with this person. And I want to know a little bit more about why you might be hesitating. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Pentacles. This is an energy of being very self-sustainable. This is somebody who has worked themselves into a position of being able to appreciate, look around and appreciate everything that they have built, everything that they have created for themselves, everything that they have done, everything that they have worked for. It's like you are now finally in a position where you do feel safe and secure and you don't need anybody else to take care of you. You don't need anybody else to do anything for you. You have your systems in place. You have money in your bank account. You're paying all of your bills on time and you don't want anybody to disrupt that. It's almost like when you want to step outside, when you want to have some fun, when you want to enjoy yourself, you kind of almost pick yourself up out of your life and put yourself in another life. It does almost feel like living a double life in some way. Like over here, I'm very routine and regimented and organized and all of these things. And then over here, like I'm popping pills, I'm shaking ass at the club, I'm doing all this kind of stuff. And maybe you have a life that other people wouldn't expect from you that exists kind of separately from your normal everyday thing, from the normal mundane parts of life. And this person is really the only person who maybe appreciates both aspects of that, right? Because they see you, they have so much fun with you, they enjoy being around you, they feel passionately about you, they have a desire for you. This could even be a situationship or just a very physical or sexual relationship. But they also see that part of you and respect that part of you that is very organized, that does have to get up in the morning, that isn't playing any games. You know what I mean? Like that's what I feel. That's why I feel like this could be very harmonious in a way. But I do understand your concerns about long-term partnership because it's like you don't want to have to you don't want to go out of control. You don't want to be out of control. You don't want to be partying every day of the week. You don't want to be letting your responsibilities go just because of how good it feels to be around this person and to live that kind of life. You like the way in which there's a separation. And if you were to upgrade this person as far as what you're willing to offer them, if they were to be in a monogamous relationship with you, or if they already are, if they were to move in with you, or you guys were to get married, your life would change. And it wouldn't be as predictable, and it wouldn't be as monotonous, or it wouldn't be as like routine and scheduled as it is right now, because you can kind of fit this person into your schedule whenever you want them to be a part of it. And when you don't want them to be part of it, when you have other things that you want to focus on, or things that you're working towards, or things that you're working on, you kind of pick them up and you put them outside of your life in the same way that you do to yourself whenever you're looking for an escape, or looking to blow off some steam, or looking to have a good time. This is balance. A lot of people would say that this is not a balanced way to live. It is. I would say it is a balanced way to live. If everything that you're doing on the left side or the right side or whatever side is making it more possible for you to enjoy yourself, and for you to stay focused and disciplined and do all the things that you know you have to do, and get all the things done that you know you have to get done, then I think that is balance. The only thing that I would say is a teeny bit unbalanced is the way that you are looking at the relationships in your life, as if a human being, can only fit on one side or the other, right? They're not capable of the duality in the same way that you are, but maybe they are. Maybe have you given them a chance to show you more than just the party boy, party girl? Four of Wands. Oops, we have the Two of Wands, right? Oh, and we got a card under that, the Ace of Cups. Yeah, so somebody is wanting you to upgrade the level of commitment. They're waiting on you to make it clear. They're waiting on you to make it clear. What is it that you want out of this relationship? How is it that you want to move forward? Like, where is this thing going? And it's possible that because of this person's disposition and their personality, that you did not expect for them to put you in a place to have to choose. You didn't expect for them to give you an ultimatum. You didn't expect for them to say, are you in or you out? Are you in or are you out? You didn't expect for them to want more. And I think it's kind of catching you off guard a little bit. I think it makes you feel like there are things about this person that you didn't understand, or you haven't properly explored. But it's also like you feel as if entertaining a real relationship with this person would be you deviating from your plan in some way. Okay. And you also feel like it would be a major risk. I think this person challenges you. I think they bring out different sides to you that you're not used to. I think there is emotion here for sure. And I think that you do have feelings for this person. But I think that because you have lived your life as such a logical and practical person for so long, you have conditioned your brain, or like conditioned your mind, to see things in a very logical, practical, rational way. And if you've already come to the conclusion that this isn't going to work like that with this person, or this isn't exactly the kind of partner that I want, it feels super risky to you to even be considering it. Let's clarify the Knight of Wands for Virgo, please. Knight of Wands for Virgo. We have the Justice card, and we have the Six of Cups. The truth here with the Page of Wands at the bottom of the deck, and the Ten of Cups just under that. Okay, this person feels as though you are their soulmate. They feel as though you might be their counterpart, or their other half, or there's something very deeply spiritual about your connection. If you haven't known this person since you were young, or since you were in college or high school or something like that, then this person just feels very, very connected to you in a way that typically only people that have known you a really long time feel connected to you. They feel like there's this kind of resonance that exists within your connection that they don't get with other people. They don't get that from other people. Okay. There is something that they're coming to accept. We have the Justice card, Libra energy here. There's something that they're coming to accept about your connection, about why it came into their life. And this person has no problem coming up with ideas. They have no problem, coming up with things to fantasize about. But they may not have ever really believed that they would find somebody that they even wanted to be in romantic relationship with. Okay. And as a fire sign, I can kind of relate to this energy that's coming up, because it's almost as if they meet lots and lots of people. They connect with lots and lots of people, but there are very few people who actually capture their attention the way that you have, because there is some sort of inherent connection, whether it's spiritual or otherwise, that's kind of bringing you guys together. You came into alignment with this person because they had something that you wanted or you needed at the time. And now they feel as though, as this connection continues to develop, as they learn more about you, as you guys have more conversations, as they begin to understand you more, they feel like you might be their other half or the other side of their coin. You know what I mean? They think that they feel that this kind of connection for them doesn't happen all the time. Okay. You might see them as somebody who connects with lots of people. So this may not be new for them, or they might have options. They might be with other people, but I see this person being somebody who is incredibly loyal. They are not for the streets, even if they appear to be. Even if you think they know everybody, y'all go out somewhere together, they're shaking hands with or hugging every single person in the room, or there's always somebody calling their phone or texting, or they seem like they have a very active social life. Even though that may be true about this person, this is not somebody who plays games or plays with people because they don't even feel like the desire to, how can I say this? They don't even feel like the desire to take it further if they don't really feel that connection with you, if they don't really see the possibility of that with you. And as you open up a little bit more and a little bit more to this person, they're starting to visualize a future with you two together. Let's clarify the 6 of Wands here for Virgo. We have the Emperor and the 4 of Pentacles with the 2 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. What I will say is that this person feels like they have put themselves out there. They have made it known how they feel about you, even if you feel like it wasn't as explicit as it should be, even if they haven't literally come and said, hey, this is what I want. Can we do this? I think that they've said things, they've hinted around it, that you guys have had conversations that would suggest that you might understand that this person wants a little bit more from you, okay? Wants a little bit more from your connection. This person may feel as if they have waited a long time and now they're starting to feel a little bit drained, okay? It's going from being really, really fun to now they realize that they actually have feelings for you and they actually want something deeper and more connected and more intimate with you than they have with anybody else. That for them is a little bit overwhelming. And then for you to kind of know that they want to connect with you or to feel that and not be reciprocating that energy, that is really draining them or exhausting them, okay? Because it's getting to a point now where they can't keep their feelings under wraps. And I know sometimes we wish that things could be simple, but when you are hooking up with somebody or spending a lot of time with somebody or even like having conversations that are flirty or romantic, you're going to develop feelings for that person over time. And even if you don't want to, you're going to want to act on those feelings. And even if you don't, you are always going to feel some type of way when you've developed feelings and the person that you are connected to has not also developed those feelings. Because then you're going to feel like, am I making this up? Is it all in my head? I don't think so. I think that you feel connected to this person in a similar way that they feel connected to you. But you just don't want anybody who's going to come into your life and deviate from your program. We have the Emperor here. This is Aries energy. We also have the 4 of Pentacles. You want to move forward in a way where you are sticking to the plan, where you're not making or taking any chances or any risks that are not aligned with the vision that you have for your future. I just don't see that you really believe that you are going to end up with a person like this. But before you cast any judgment, if you haven't already given this person an opportunity to show you another side to them, outside of the party boy, outside of the party girl, outside of doing frivolous, reckless, impulsive, irresponsible things, there might be another part of them that you are allowed to see, that maybe they'll start to open up and be a little bit more vulnerable. If you have already made up your mind that this is not the person for me, I think it would be helpful for you to release them, to really let them go. But it looks like you don't want to. So not only do you not want them to leave or walk away because you're not fully ready to commit, you also don't want to commit. I think, Virgo, it's time for you to decide, have I given this person enough of a chance to show me that they can be the partner that I seek? What is it that I'm really afraid of? What is it that I'm running from? And if we are incompatible for a romantic relationship, if I have already determined as Virgo, if I have already